Hello, in this tutorial on C++, I want to show you one of my favorite subject in object-oriented programming is the operator overloading. Okay, that is the program from the last tutorial. I deleted the lot of crap inside from the main except the return 0, and actually I want to show you how to call operators. So if you have two objects, you can call a dot operator plus b. Okay, a and b are objects. Alright, we use the operator plus. It is actually a function. It's a simple function. It is indicated that we get in from a with the member selection operator. So it is an operator, so a function which is actually an operator overloading. Operator overloading is pretty much mean that you want to give another meaning for the same operator. Alright, so in this case we add b to a, so we call this. There are the global function alternative for that is the operator plus ab. It means the same if this version is defined. So the simple how we use it, a plus b, it's all mean the same. Alright, so for example you have the plus equal operator. If a and j are integers or double or other numbers, then this will mean make equal I to I plus j. The same thing, for example, with string mean that concatenate these strings, so it's made a string, and it could mean anything according to the classes it uses. Alright, yeah, let's get started. So the operator overloading, actually I told it in the first tutorial when we write the code, and I told that this is an overloaded operator. It was originally the binary shift operator, although it is overloaded, and that's why it is possible to write something out. Okay, we will do the similar thing. We overload an operator. In this tutorial we will overload just the comparison operators, because that is the simpler, and later, because every operator overloading is slightly different, not too much, it's just slightly different, so that's why we will make the comparison operator today, just the comparison operators. These are pretty simple, mostly for a simple class like this. To start the declaration of the operator, we first have to define the return type, as in case of any function. In comparison operator, this is bool, so boolean, true or false. Okay, so bool, and now make a keyword operator. And what operator do you want to overload? In this case we overload the comparison operator, so is it equal operator, as I said earlier. Okay, and this will wait for a thing reference because it has much higher performance, as I said earlier. So we will compare the t, so is t equal to, is t dot something equal to this something. Alright, don't copy, because you will make the same mistake as I did earlier. So yeah, I forgot it to copy this. Alright, now we will simply return with something equal to t dot something. Alright, we could use the t dot something, although we are not in that class, but we are in the class, so we can use the private variables. Alright, yeah, and actually that's it. It is just as simple as that. Okay, now if we make two thing objects, so thing t1 equal to so yeah 6, and thing t2 is make it 6 as well. Then if we compare them, if t1 equal to t2, then write out equal. Alright, but we don't write it like that, we write it as a character literal, not as a variable. Alright, we should write out the equal. First compile it, then run it, and as you can see it is equal. Now if we change something, make a constructor with integer and make it 6.5, it will not write the equal because they are not equal. As you can see, it's called the int, if you don't believe me, and it's not write out the equal because they are not equal. Alright, this is very simple. In this simple class we could use that outside of this, that t1 dot get something, or no, get thing, I think that's what I called, never mind really, equal to t2 dot get thing. Okay, and this should give the same result because that was as simple class as it is. Although, for example, in a case of a little more complex class, like for example date, a calendar, to date is equal if the year is equal, if the month is equal, if the day is equal, if the hour is equal, if the minute is equal, if the second is equal. So it is a little more complex. Or for example, in case of two vector is equal if it has the same element number and all element is the same. So for example, that is a much more complex comparison operator. Or toString is equal if all of its letters are equal and in the correct order. Alright, so that's it for this. If you want to make a not equal, you can do it very simple by just copy that here, make it not equal, and usually it is made with a not logical not before the actual comparison. So usually we can make it like this equal to the t. Usually we used the actual equal operator. Before I forget, I have to just write it here. This is not needed. Okay, so we actually used the equal operator and used it so we can compare it. Alright, we should make what, 70? Oh, I think I forget the semicolon, and now we can compile the program, I think, although I didn't use it. So if t1 not equal to t2, then write out not equal. It will be true in this moment. So compile it again and run it, and it's write out not equal. So usually this line is always the not equal, because it is just the reverse of equal. It is just as simple as that. It is the reverse of equal, so we put a not, logical not, before we return, and that's it. It will work even vector, string, or any other, because yeah, this is just simple logic. Okay, and according to this you probably can declare any other, like greater than, and just put something greater than t dot something, like that. Oh, and delete the not. Alright, and actually that's it. You can overload now any comparison operator you want. It has a boolean return type, the operator keyword, the actual operator waits an operator, waits another object. You can overload this, so you can make overloaded functions from overloaded operators. About overloading operators, comparison operators, you can use overloaded functions for overloaded operators, so you can make another functions which will wait an integer int, and you can static cast it to a double, so you can convert it as you wish. Static cast double, and it's wait for the integer, and it will convert it as well. So yes, you can do it with automatic conversation, and so these are almost like normal functions. By the way, I don't think that you can use default values. Okay, thanks for watching and have a great day.